Okay, there we go.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Big Money MLM. I'm your host, Sarah Elizabeth, and today we actually have a really awesome guest. Her name is Ginger Carter, and it's an honor to have her on the show. Now, I've known Ginger for many, many years. She's a dear, dear friend of me and my family. But what's really cool about Ginger is she's actually a nutritionist who privately practices in Tucson, Arizona, as well as traveling nationally to public speak for the network marketing company that she's with. But what's really super cool about Ginger is that she was actually able to reach the top of her company in just 4 years of joining. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ginger, but I believe it was, did you get 9 top production awards in your first year? Is that right?
I received quite a few.
Yeah,
Uh,
there
not
was a lot of.
yeah.
And that was just in your first year, and then from there, you've also been nominated to get three other prestigious awards. So obviously, you know what you're doing. So it's great to have you on the call this evening.
Thanks.
So I did prepare a few questions in advance for you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into those if that's okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. So why did you choose MLM or network marketing? Like, what was that thing that made you want to do it?
Uh, I actually had been on this product, whole food product, and it really made some great changes for me. But to be real honest, I was already in another business that I owned. I
Mm-hmm.
made a six-figure income, pretty successful, got a lot of recognition. Um, And I found out, even though it was very exciting and wonderful, and you're in 3 cities and it's a big deal, you find out pretty quickly if you own your own business, it's not really that you own your own business, it's that the business owns you.
Mm, yeah.
And so I think really the turning point, because I loved it, was 9/11. The day of 9/11, I, I'm putting on makeup, saw it on TV, took the TV to my office, watched it all day, stayed up all night, got up the next morning and said, that's it. So I called a staff meeting in 3 cities and said, I'm closing in about, you know, 6 weeks. A lot of crying, a lot of everything, but just huge relief, even though I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd been on the product and I thought, you know what? I might just try this sort of as a side thing. Money was not a big deal for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I like to stay busy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurial. And wow, has it been a blast?
Now, what
Yeah.
was that moment? Because I know a lot of us, we start off, we have these big goals, but then we end up starting off at more of this as a hobby. And now, what was that thing that kind of like flipped the switch for you that really took it from a hobby to a full blown business, like the career that you wanted to do?
Well, I guess in reality would probably be when I got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? Everybody thinks they're great. We're all invincible. Nothing will ever happen to us, you know? Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I got told one day that I've got cancer. And so really hated everything they wanted to do. So I ended up doubling my nutrition and doing the lifestyle choices that I teach as a nutritionist pretty much 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It all goes together. And with all of this, my doctor came to me 4 months later saying, what are you doing? And I said, well, this is what I'm doing. He said, I want to see the research. I'm a little blown away. You shouldn't be where you are. And I took it to him and he said, I want it. And I went, what? He said, yeah, I want it for my whole family. You know, I think this would be a pretty great thing to share with everybody. And so that was like a aha when you've got somebody that's as credible as an MD saying, I think you need to be sharing this with other people. And I went, okay. And so I started sharing it. And then it just became more fun and more fun and more fun that it was like, I can't not do it. Don't you love it when somebody does a double negative? But it is, it's way fun.
So
So, and
so
it's been an
I love
honor.
the fact that you decided to do the network marketing because it was fun. Like, it's just fun. You get to socialize. You get to get out of the house. You're not tied down. You get to live your life the way you want to live it, and not tied to a desk or tied to a cubicle or having to do all this stuff. Like you said before, where the business was owning you, you were not owning the business. So now
Yeah.
you took it from the business owning you to you owning the business, and you're actually living your life the way you want to live it. So that's great.
Yes. Yes. I actually sort of talk about how I get to do what I want, when I want, with who I want.
Mm-hmm.
and I have no glass ceiling on the money this little redhead wants to make. Go, drop the mic.
Go big or go home.
Absolutely.
Awesome. My other question for you is, so what makes you different and unique in compared to the other distributors or affiliates in your company? And what are you offering that others are not?
Wow, what makes me different? I think that I have a great mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up, particularly right now, Sarah, gosh golly, with what's going on, we got a lot of people that are a little low. They're a
Yeah.
little depressed. They're feeling like they are not meant for more. And for me, I get up in the morning and I have passion and I have purpose. And when I get out of bed, I'm like, wahoo, whose life can I go change? And I think that is a mindset, particularly with everything that happened last year and is already still happening in this year. It's going to be a tough year. And this profession is outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Recommend it to everybody. I think you probably know there are more women millionaires in the network marketing business than anything else.
Yep.
So, and we do have that time freedom. And I have so many business partners. I was on a call this morning. A couple of them had 3 children, and I've got people who have 4. I have one gal has 14 children.
Oh my
Hello.
gosh.
So, you know,
Does
and
she
they're all
homeschool
hers,
them
by the
all?
way. Yeah, it's just crazy. But you know what? You can have those time freedoms of 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there, and you don't have to go to work, and you don't, it's if time blocking and things like that, you learn to do it, and you're with a good company and a good product, and you have a community of people you adore.
Mhm.
Gee whiz, what else could you ask for?
Totally. And I was even thinking about this the other day. I was like, when you own a business, there is 3 things that you actually spend, and it's time, energy, and money. And,
Mhm.
you have to figure out, like, you could be making all the money in the world, but do you have all the time and do you have all the energy? You have to have all 3 to really be wealthy and to really be happy.
Yeah, I'm going to totally agree on that. And the network marketing business is perfect for all 3 of those things. You call your own shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
You work for somebody else, you don't really call any shots. And you
No.
probably do have a glass ceiling on the money. And then you do have to get up and get dressed and go to work and do what they say. I personally think I'm smart enough to be my own boss, um, and decide, do I want to take a week off and play, which I've done many times?
Mhm.
Or do I want to do this or do that? And again, I love making the money that I do. And I plan on making even more this year.
Me too, girl. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I want to touch on something that you said earlier about how this the network the industry itself is just really uplifting, because something that I also
Mhm.
noticed that goes along with the network marketing is just the personal growth aspect. Like, I don't know if there's another industry out there that has as much personal growth as network marketing does. Like, they just really go hand in hand.
I would totally agree. And we're really lucky within this industry that we can have unbelievable trainers to help with that personal development to get you over your fears. I personally have gotten into a bit of this training myself, and I'm now applying it with my team to have, and of course, our industry is predominantly 90% women, but
Mm-hmm.
to, rise women up and have them know that they truly are meant for more.
Mm-hmm.
And they are. They absolutely are. And so, yeah, it is definitely, as I've heard said many times, it's really a business that is cleverly, or it's a personal development
Mm-hmm.
company that's cleverly disguised as a business, and it is.
It
It
is.
absolutely positively is. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
And a
not the
lot of
person today that I was 20 years ago, and I don't think I have one person on my team, and I have hundreds of people all over the world who have not changed and gotten, as Romney Newstead says, gotten over their damn self.
Yep. I was thinking about that too. Just even for me, I haven't been, I'm not, I'm young, so it's only been a few years for me, but I can see, like, looking back when I was still in high school, and I'm looking back, where I was then and where I am now, and I'm like, dang, like, I'm so different than I was back then. And I'm looking at some of my friends, on their social media and stuff like that, and I'm just like, y'all are kind of still in that same place, like,
Mhm.
where I left you. And I'm just so
No,
grateful for the personal growth, because it really does change your life.
it really changes your life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here looking at you. You look a little bit like you're crying
Oh
there.
no, so those are my glasses.
No, but it looked like that look that you get, that you're pretty dang proud of yourself, and I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, I can't imagine not having passion, purpose, and growing, wanting to learn more, educating yourself every day. I do not want to get to the end of my life and say, wish I da-da,
Mm-hmm.
whatever da-da is. Yeah, that's not this cookie. I want
No,
more out of life. And
more
I'm
life.
going.
We want life, and we want life. Like, we just want to live life. We don't want to be tied to a desk or stuck in an office all day. That's not life. That is not life.
Not this cookie. No.
All right, my dear. For the next question, one of the things we focus on in this podcast is how to automate your MLM business or your network marketing business. So how do you automate your business? And it could be, getting new leads, getting new recruits, getting new customers. It could be customer care. It could be team building. It could be any of those things.
Okay. So again, we know we've always been called a virtual franchise,
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about virtual, you think virtual. Well, we didn't even really know that word until last year. Now everybody is virtual. So what does that mean? You better be pretty good on a few things. One is going to be social media,
Mm-hmm.
whatever your jam is. I don't care if it's Facebook or it's Twitter, or it's Instagram or whatever, all three. You got to get good on it. And again, get over yourself, got to learn how to do lives and things like this. And there's no right or wrong. Please, truly get over yourself. Just do it. I mean, I have girlfriends now that are going out with no makeup. This old redhead's probably not going to do that because it's sort of not cool. But I might. I might. It's like, what the heck? A fire, why not? And so I think that's very important to do. Time blocking, I think, is crucial for anybody, particularly all those mommies that I have that, got all the kids going on and things like that. My favorite thing right now is communicating with people. I'm a verbal girl. Gosh, I want to hear your voice. I want to love on you. So I voice text.
Okay.
I don't text in. I just think that's so impersonal. You can only use so many emojis to really get what somebody's feeling or saying.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to hear Ginger's voice, and I want to teach them how to use that. I've taught a few people who freaked out, had no idea that you could do that on a text message. Sort of fun. And then I also use Voxer.
Okay.
Voxer is a walkie-talkie. And so I've taught a lot of the, clients and patients that I work with to get on there, and they're sort of cool. And you could do groups and stuff, and again, chit chat back and forth. And Zoom is a must.
Yeah.
This is my second one. I've got another one after this. It's just the way of life. So just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
freaking
do it.
And something that I've been telling people is, like, how we write our dream boards, and it's January, and we're like, I'm gonna make 2020 my year, like this is gonna be the thing, and we create these huge dreams, right? We're action thinkers, but we have to take that action thinker mode and translate it into an action taker mode. But that's the hard part. Doing the action and doing the work is the hard part. Not thinking of the dream isn't the hard part. It's doing the work to get to the dream that's the hard part.
Yeah. Totally agree. It's all about action steps.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So you can push papers around all day long on your office and go, wow, I did a lot. I cleaned up my desk. Really, did any of those actions make you money?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I say make you money, by the way, I would have to tell you what I mean by that is that I've changed somebody's life. The money I make equates to exactly how many lives I've changed. It's just really that simple. So it's not about Ginger making a 6-figure income. It's about all of those beautiful, wonderful little people that I've gotten healthy. I mean, how cool is that? And or brought into the business because they need an extra $500,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So it all works together.
It's all interconnected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
All right, my dear. And then the last question is, so, one of my things of this podcast is to be really raw and real with people as well. So what is something that you're struggling with right now, and how are you fixing it?
Ooh, okay. That's a great question in the last few days. My biggest struggle, because I have a patient base that I work with through doctors. And then, of course, I have my own customers and patients that I work with through my nutrition practice, is customer follow-up. I'm sort of a little bit lousy at it. So I just brought in a new program. It's called Project Broadcast.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. I can't tell you a whole bunch about it, but it is a little bit more of an automated texting. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I love the texting aspect of it. Goes through the telephone. And we need to be thinking about new ways of communicating with people because times are changing. But we know, I believe it's something like 90% of the people within the first 30 seconds or something are going to see a text message, whether it's voice or written out to them. So I'm very excited about this. The learning curve is a little bit more for this little cookie, but I'm going to get it down because I think that will help me tremendously.
Mm-hmm. Just automate the system because then it's not something that you have to constantly think about. And then once they get into the
Yeah,
system, it automatically does it for you.
yeah, yeah. Love it, love it, love it. But I can personalize it because
Oh,
I'm
totally.
sure that kind of a girl, and so I'm very excited about it.
And I actually have project broadcast as well, and I'm still learning it as well. So I'm like learning all the tutorials and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, that's a little overwhelming, but I'll figure it out later. But one of the
Yeah.
things that I picked up on, and this is from just following, I get on other people's lists, and I get to see what they get to do for their business as well. And somebody that I follow, what they did was really super cool. So obviously they have the thing, they're like, oh, text me if you want like this free opt-in or whatever. So you text them and then you get on their list. So the thing that they sent you right away was, oh my gosh, thank you for getting on my list. Make sure I want to add you to my contacts and I want you to add me to your contacts. So they send a contact card and all you'd have to do, and I have an iPhone, so it's super easy for me. But you basically just hit save contacts, and it saves that contact with your picture on it and your name, so it looks like you're personally texting them rather than somebody like just a number texting them, which I thought was so cool. I was like, oh my
It
god,
is.
this is so freaking cool. It totally takes
It-
personalizing to a whole new level.
yeah, brilliant marketing.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yep.
just is, and new and fresh, and we've always got to be new and fresh. So, yeah, I've been doing this for 19 years, and woo, learned a lot, changed a lot, redone a lot, and we have to be up for new things and to try them out and see how they work for you. So, yeah, I love it. I want to talk to you about that.
Well, this past year, a lot has changed just because of the circumstances, and a lot of company, you know, in ways you are grateful for because it's taken other companies like Zoom platforms and other things that we use in our business to a whole new level, and it's really helped. Like they've innovated quickly, and you're like, thank you. Like I've wanted this feature like for like 4 years, and I finally got it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's really cool too, and you don't have to like keep waiting as much anymore. You can just like people like businesses are expanding and stuff like that. So it's really
Mhm.
super exciting.
It is a very super exciting time right now for
Hmm.
anybody who's even thinking about the network marketing industry. I'm going to tell you to jump. You may not like that company. You could go to something else, but I'm going to tell you, this is the way of life.
Hmm.
It is absolutely the way of life. The big box stores are closing. Um, yeah, for lots of different reasons. But it really doesn't matter. What's going well is our industry. The things could be mailed to them, which is, of course, why Amazon is doing so well.
Hmm.
And just find a company you love, people you adore, product that you feel really wonderful about, and you would always feel um, a lot of pride in working with that. And just go for it. It's super fun anyway.
It
It,
is
it
super
just is.
fun. And that's the other thing. Like I just love the people that I've met inside this network marketing. They are unlike any other people I've ever met. I love you
Yeah,
guys.
I agree. Well, we love you. And thank you so much. This has been super
Oh,
duper
well,
fun.
thank you,
Yeah.
Ginger. I really appreciate you coming on this call, and we will talk to you later. So thank you again.
Thanks, Miss Sarah. Love you, girl.
Love you guys. See you
All right.
later.
Bye bye.
Bye.